Hello everyone, we're here again with another banger. This is Honest Mind once again on your screen. Thank you all for participating. Thank you all for showing love and support. I really love the feedback I get from my friends and people who are watching us, and this really encourage us for us to do more. And we promise you guys that we'll keep doing what we're doing. We'll keep motivating and also speaking to the people. So now I have our runaway cast member, Honest Mind member who likes to be on the behind. The last time he was a producer, so now he's here. He's jealous because he said, "Oh, the last time we attacked him, he was trying to air his view."
He's been traveling,
right? Quickly travel. So now he's here again. Our one and only Julius, aka the minister.
Yeah.
Again, you're welcome. I'm gonna give you a take out.
Thank you so much.
And also, we already know our senior man in the building, the Winchester, the senior man of the podcast. Let's give a round of applause.
Thank you.
And you guys already know me. I think I'm popular here already. I'm skinny. Nice to meet you all. Alright, so let's just dive into the topic, and we'll be doing some continuation about our last topic. And please, if you have not watched the previous video, go back on our channel at Honest Mind Podcast. You can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Instagram, you can find us on Facebook and TikTok also, yes. So you can go back and watch the previous videos about our last topic because we are doing a continuation. So now, the last time we talked about the challenges people go through or youths go through in the world. So one of many challenges we talked about was communication and connection. Not being able to be confident to talk to people, not being able to connect with people, not building relationship with people. And also we talk about money. And I think that was the whole big issue. There were a lot of challenges for even my own members. People were deliberating.
It was tough.
Hey, it was tough. And also we talked about being yourself. That you shouldn't prove yourself to nobody that you have this. You should not display your worth to anybody.
Nothing to prove.
Yes, and then I remember we talk about our 20 ringgit Gucci. You go to the Gucci store. You wake up in the morning. You feel you want to be Gucci-fied. Go do your thing and come back.
Yeah.
So now we'll be continuing on that. So we'll talk about more challenges. So the last time was very hot. Was very and you were in the background, and then you was giving us some light terms.
Yeah.
So today, give us what give us like one of the many challenges apart from the ones we talked about that you think that people go through, youth, like in general.
Yeah, so for me, I feel like a challenge which is faced by people of our generation a lot is peer pressure. When it comes to peer pressure, like most people fail to find their own identity, to like stand alone to say this is who I am and this is what I do. Like most people in our age tend to like get swayed by those around them. Like even though you don't want to do something because everybody else is doing it, you want to also do it. So I feel like that causes an identity crisis, because at the end of the day you end up not knowing who you are as a person. Because when you get influenced, if I'm in skinny today, I'll act like skinny. If I'm with Winchester today, I'll act like Winchester. But I'll never get a chance to act like Julius, because I'm always being influenced by other people's behavior and trying to like fit into the situation. So I feel like that's something which affects a lot of people these days.
Okay, so are you trying to say trying to do what this person is doing, or trying to see, because when we talk about peer pressure, there's good side and bad side, right? So is it like in general trying to be this other person or trying to be like this person? Is it like a bad thing? Because I don't think it's a bad thing.
There's a difference between like trying to learn from other people.
Okay.
Like sometimes you're trying to learn. Like you see, how this guy is doing this. He's trying to like teach you something about life. You learn something from him. Like we all learn from people. But then there comes a point where it's almost like a copycat.
Oh, it's like
where you're trying to, you don't know who you are as a person. You're trying to
not
like
even discovering yourself.
Imitate somebody else's lifestyle.
Right.
Because like you don't know, you want to fit into a crowd. Like even though you don't like something, just because everybody else likes it, now you want to fit in.
Now you feel like say, okay,
I should also do it.
You suit me too.
Yeah.
I would say at the end of the day, even though you are trying to emulate someone, even though in the good aspects, at least you should in that process you should find yourself. You should discover yourself.
Right.
So it's very important. So
I think that discovering yourself is really one thing a lot of people don't understand. When they say discover yourself, okay, when you say discover yourself, what are some ways can someone discover themselves? Or because some people could want to emulate a person for sure, like maybe you want to emulate their character because you like their character, so what would you say, like, okay, this thing don't emulate, or this thing, like, how can they do it without like losing themselves? Because it's a very big thing you guys are talking about now. When you say, oh, don't be like this person, or don't try to just follow everything, learn and then make it who you are also, or try to be yourself. How?
So firstly, I would say before you try to emulate someone, or before you try to pick up, learn from someone, before you start that journey, I'd say reasonable someone, or as someone that has a goal potential, you should map out yourself, like, this is what I want. First of all,
yes,
I might be emulating you. You have everything. Okay, I may say, okay, you have this, you have that. Even though I haven't want that, but at least before you embark on that journey, there is something which must be specific,
right?
Yeah, which I must differentiate from. Okay, even though I'm learning from Skinny, but at the end of the day, why am I learning from Skinny?
Yes,
you get it. So you have to ask yourself that question: why am I learning from Skinny? So I'm learning from Skinny to get something done.
I have to develop my own self,
yes.
Not just learning from you, and then it's like I'm living a photocopy of this or that person.
To achieve or to get what to get. Even though, okay, we might be having the same goals, but the time no two bodies are same.
Yes,
there must be different objectives there. So what I would advise that before someone will embark on any journey or any goal, they should set out what they really want. So with that, I think that should like demarcate the differentiation.
Yeah, because for me, when I say peer pressure, right, it's something that when I talk about peer pressure, I think we have one episode about peer pressure, right?
Yeah, we have one.
So guys, you guys can also check out that episode of peer pressure. So when I talk about peer pressure, I just feel like sometimes it's just lack of patience. It's lack of patience because people just intend to pressure themselves, and it's a really big challenge because when they try to measure their one step with someone else 1 million steps. They don't know the process, how that person has gone through it, but then they are putting pressure on themselves to say, hey, why is it not me? It's like, for me, when they say peer pressure, it's like, why don't you wait for your time? Why you want to be fast forward? You're just moving because of say this guy is getting it. Then I will not be pressured. I will not be patient. I will just want to, get it fast. But I don't know how far this man has come.
What most people fail to realize that during those learning process, when it comes to peer pressure, what most people fail to realize that each individual have their own learning time.
Learning curve.
Don't have the same learning ability. You had someone that we could go into doing something now. You could be a fast learner, and you could have maybe your foresight are very very clear.
Yeah.
Why maybe me, before I can achieve something, I have to go maybe thousands of miles before that thing could be clear for me. But at that time, that peer pressure now push most people that I am like this before Skinny could do this thing in 2 days. That means I can also do it in 2 days. That's where.
Don't you think that's
where we have been misled?
You don't think that's like confident?
I won't say. I won't say
confident to say like, if this man can do it, I can do it double. I feel like it's confident, and you also know yourself.
I feel like that's okay, but I feel like what he's trying to say is in the sense of if Winchester can do it, why am I not being able to do it?
Right.
You know, like instead of being inspired by Winchester, want to compete with Winchester to say, okay, because he's achieved this thing, I should also be able to achieve it. But maybe that's not your role. Or maybe that's not your path line.
Yes.
It's like how we always say, like in class, you have different learning abilities. And those people can go without studying and they still pass all the exams. But then there's some of us who you have to be in love with that book. For you to get that small maybe C or something. Right.
If you don't sit down on your own to say, okay, let me sit down, let me focus myself, nothing.
So I feel like instead of like just trying to be like somebody else, you have to know yourself, to know the kind of person you are.
It's like understanding yourself first before you go into any journey.
Before you imitate someone.
Yes.
Like what I wanted to say before, there's something you said about I don't remember what you said, but what I wanted to say was that spending time alone can also like help you avoid peer pressure. You know, like just spend time with yourself. Like you learn who you are as a person. Right. You learn like what you like, what you want for yourself, what makes you happy, what you enjoy doing when you're alone. You know, because most of the time we're always around people, and maybe you have fun not because of what you're doing, but because of like the people around you. So
you don't even know if it's sweet you. Or this is the thing you like. It's like you don't even know yourself.
Like, are you able to sit around people and play Fali Pupa and enjoy yourself? You know,
why Fali Pupa?
Because I know you guys don't like me. But are you able to like?
You guys don't like him. It's not like.
No, I like Fali Pupa.
Like serious one.
That's not my vibe.
Exactly.
That's not my vibe.
But does it mean that I shouldn't play him when I'm around you? No. That's peer pressure. If I'm not able to sit with you and play what I like, it's because like, okay, what will these guys think of me if I play Fali Pupa? Get what I'm saying?
So
I should be able to be comfortable to, even though you guys don't like something and I like it, I'll still do it.
Of course, I won't do it with you.
Of course, I won't do it overboard whereby now everything has changed, the vibe has changed, now nobody's enjoying themselves. But at least I can put 1 or 2 songs whereby I'm also happy and I'm not necessarily swayed by you guys. So like people should be independent in that sense. You know, where you can do what makes you as an individual happy.
But you know these days that's a major problem. What I would say is a major problem.
It's a very big challenge.
Many people haven't discovered that's spending time alone, being alone. Like majority of people, they don't know that. They feel like, okay, maybe if I hang around these people, fine, it's quite alright to hang around people depending on your association.
No, but apart from association, even though they are giving you good vibe in your association, it's also important for you to sit down
alone,
be in your house. Every time say you want to go this place,
It's a problem. You know? If you check, it's a problem for majority people don't know.
Don't want to do that.
This is what I have to do. I have to have my me time or my
of course, it's very important because that's how you discover yourself.
That's how you learn yourself. You learn what you like.
If you don't do that, there's no way you actually know what you like. It's like now, whatever situation
going around
themselves, then you are there.
Here also.
You are not even in your house to say, okay, let me calm down.
Let me understand myself.
I think that thing is a really big. It's a big problem also, especially for us youth. Especially for us, it's a very big problem. I've seen someone who cannot sit in one place. Like anywhere anything is happening, that person want to be there. Like anywhere, any location. It doesn't matter if it's 12, if it's 1 a.m.
As long as
you just hear that, hey, there's something going on here. That person is there. Like the person don't want to even calm down. The person will tell you like, I like to be around people because when I'm alone, I feel depressed.
That's lack of understanding yourself.
How would you solve your depression if you're always with people? How are you going to know that, okay, this is my area I'm messing up at, or this is my area I need to treat. I need to treat this area. You know, it's like you don't even know if you even enjoy your own company. You understand? So the moment you don't enjoy your own company, now it's a problem. Now it's a very big problem.
It's like you're looking for a distraction from what's really bothering you.
To leave reality.
Yeah,
you're facing reality, but now you want to run. You want to run away from reality. Why? Maka, why? That go enter.
So and normally that's the easier option, you know.
Why?
No, like for most people, it's easy to distract yourself with everything that's going on, rather than facing whatever is going on in your head, you know. So sometimes you just have to sit down with yourself and like listen to yourself and learn from yourself, because like if you can't do it yourself, even if you're with people, at the end of the day, something will come up and to disturb you, and you won't be able to handle it.
Yeah, and the funny thing about those type of people, right? The funny thing about it is that when they are alone, it's like they don't feel happy at all. They don't feel like they cannot find happiness being alone, sitting down to say, okay, now let me really face reality. Let me see myself, what I can do, what I cannot do. It's like they are not happy about it. They just want to be distracted at all time.
That happens when your source of happiness is external. Your happiness doesn't come from like within you. Right. It comes from what everybody else around you is doing.
Right.
Yeah. So what about I remember I've had some certain conversation with someone like regarding this topic. They said those people doing that thing, they said most of them don't know their self.
Yeah. That's the same thing I saying.
Then I get to ask, how is it that like the training or they are not educated? You know, in the Western world, they will say, okay, since you don't know yourself, you have to seek for help.
Yeah.
So, pertaining this subject now, how would you think that someone that doesn't know himself, how do you think that help could be rendered to people?
Yeah, number one, my best solution about people like this, they just have to sit back and relax. Because most of the time, if you really check their life, or if you really check what they do, they just want to be around people. They feel like that is the main, like, fine, being around people is okay, but if you don't sit down to rest, to say, okay, let me calm down, let me sit down. Just like even sometimes you sitting down in your house, not going outside, sometimes it even solve problem on its own.
It saves you a lot of
yes, it saves you more. It even solve a lot of problem than when you are always around people.
Yeah.
It's okay to seek people for help, it's okay, but also you need to help yourself. So that is the essence of now. If you sit down and relax, you will see that your mind is also relaxed. Let's say, for example, take this challenge, or whoever is going through that situation should take this challenge to sit down, just stay at home for one day. If you feel like, oh, I'll be bored, try to learn new things.
I think
learn new things.
Some people could actually,
YouTube is there now. Some people
could actually do that, but to some, I think that help we say that they need. I think some people that they really need to, will say like if in form of therapy or whatever. There are some people that they, before they get that help, they actually need to have someone talk them into doing that stuff. Yeah. It's like they're just living their life. They don't know, like, I have to sit down in my house today. No.
But for me, I don't think somebody else can help you solve problems which you have like going on in your head. Yeah. If you're not willing to get yourself out of that place. Because like if I'm not willing to change myself, no matter what kind of advice you give me, I won't.
Yeah, I get you. I always see that. Sometimes I always ask myself, we all have the same thinking faculty, right?
Yeah.
Now the decision said no.
It's not the same.
At decision, then I
don't cast. Even the think is
most of us are not sane.
Yeah.
So you might see this light that is burning now. You maybe okay. What's the solution? Someone else will see it, will walk away.
Yeah.
Ask, but this is a normal human being. So I think that there are most people that actually need help, that
guidance.
Sit down, guidance, talk to them. Without that, I don't think they will be able to.
Okay, guys, if anyone is going through this problem, I better come and meet us. Won't talk to you. Yes, now, because no, I truly understand. But some people still go outside to be around good vibe. They still don't learn nothing. Now, let's forget peer pressure now.
Yeah.
But there are people, this situation you're talking about, people still go outside, be around people, they talk to them, but nothing. They still don't learn nothing.
Yeah, for the fact that there are most people, what I understand, like everybody have their own, I would say, their own calling or whatever. There are some people that you will actually give a lot of advice, no matter how you tell them, how you admonish them, but at the end of the day, you will still fall back to that thing they are doing.
Right? Like no matter the advice, they still be in the same level. Like they're not even moving.
I feel like staying in the comfort zone is easy than moving out to something which makes you uncomfortable. Because like if you're in a place where you know that, okay, this place, if nothing's like be hard, but at least it's like what people say, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know, but the angel you don't know. So like him being in a difficult position, he already understands his place. So okay, if nothing's not okay with me, but this is, I know this is what goes on. I'm not managing myself. It's different. It's harder for that person to like want to experience something new or change their way of life, because they're already used to that thing and they already made peace to say, okay, maybe this is how my life is supposed to go.
You know, one thing I think right now, even though you are used to the way you are doing things, there should always be a room for change.
Yeah, room for growth.
And also for growth.
Yeah.
Room for improvement. Because sometimes when you just focus on only what you know, my brother, you know, move forward.
Yeah, you won't go forward.
You know, move forward. You know, move forward. Because if you always focus on what you know, that means you are not teachable, and that's a big problem when you're not teachable. In life, everyone should be teachable. Everyone should be willing to learn new things.
Yeah.
If you are living a life of every time if I don't be around people, I feel like my day is bad. My day is bad. It's okay to be around people, but it's still okay, or it's better to at some point take yourself away from people, stick to yourself at least for some time, and then you come back again. It's just like when they say going out there in the street. You cannot always be in the street. So go home. Be indoor.
Go home.
I'm outside. Now you will spend money, or you will see so many things. And so sometimes you just have to, even apart from spending money, you just have to calm down.
Yeah.
That I'm outside. The real outsiders, they are inside.
Yes, so they are inside.
They are outside. Not
at least for some time you will not see them, but when they will come out,
you will see them. They're here.
Then they will say I'm outside. Yeah. So and also there's this peer pressure I want to really deliberate on. I was expecting us to talk about it. It's about when someone, for example, they see their friend in one location, they just see their friend in one location, they all look the status, it's like all of a sudden that person mood already change. Now the person is trying to think, want to do the same, you want to redeem. Thank you. When it coming, or the person want to, I'll call it replay that thing, because my friend did this.
Now I must also do it more.
Now
you want to do it. Now pressure
immature.
Yeah.
Right?
It's pressure because
it's a big problem also.
Yeah, because
I've seen a lot. I mean, too many people. Like when they just see their friend status, like maybe their friend is doing. Let's say their friend in he or she is in a posh restaurant. Those good food in Kenya, those fine pictures of food, how they post them, and those people, I don't know how they do their camera. They can do it
Like,
nicely.
hey.
So after they put that thing, pap. When they just look at like this, you see that the same person that watch that story, you start to book you. You start to book you.
Now it becomes a competition.
I have to do my own pressure, and it's always a childish. It's
bad.
also a very
That's
childish
bad.
character.
I call it a disease. That's bad.
It's always it's a very bad and childish character. So sometimes you just need to calm down. You don't know how long that person has been planning that event.
Yeah.
That person has been planning since 1 month ago, but the money just come now. You feel like say that money na now. That money, maybe that money don't they save up the
Yeah,
goal.
but I would say if people have something going on or doing in their life, I don't think they will have that time to be like checking location.
Right? This one go this location or more.
There's actually a term for it. It's called fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out.
Yeah, like you're feeling like I'm not there. What if they're having so much fun without me and stuff like that? You know. But sometimes it's okay. Sometimes you don't have to be everywhere.
My motto now, enjoyment not the way to
finish. the day your money finishes, that day your enjoyment ends.
Now so.
Yes, so.
Most of the time, when your money finish, due to the people around you,
you can still enjoy.
People around you, you can still enjoy those grooves. Now just for you to calm down, no they feel like say you don't do am now, you mean say something happen or you don't buy. No, na jeje. You know the life na small.
It's normal.
You know, so it's okay to miss out those activities. It's okay to miss out those fun just because this person do. You want to do also. You pressure yourself. You don't know how long that person has been planning. Because there are people who just plan short event because of somebody else. Because of somebody else. Somebody just post something. Now. Thank you. I want to do it too. No. You don't know that person's pocket.
Yeah.
You don't know how long that person has been planning it. You don't know. You know, so it's very important. Like you should not let those kind of situation bother us. You know, especially it happens to like youths.
Yeah.
People like us. It happens a lot now because you see someone say, okay, the person did this sweet location. You don't check the status. All of a sudden, you don't even check and say this one. Okay, then I'll go do my own too. I'll go do rematch or replay. You need to calm down.
I don't want to go on side, but I don't go on side, but I think
go that side.
You know, majority of what we've just discussed now, like those being pressured to when you see your friend in this location, you want to be there. I think most of them come from the females.
Yes.
Majority. I've studied it.
I agree.
From the females. Like and what is it that
I agree.
I've seen situation where that comparison.
You start to put pressure for one guy man. Say Afana. This place. I don't go in location, Baba. Change your life first. Money no day, more day.
No, that's true, but I've also seen some papa they would do that.
No, that's honestly yeah. I know there are some that do that, but in terms of papa, I think when it comes to that enjoyment, when you go to all this clubbing, that you can skip papa them doing that.
There is one thing I understand there's okay, what about the difference of say the mama wey dey do am maybe you no get money to sponsor that thing, or the mama wey dey do am the mama that is doing it or the mama that have that character maybe she don't have money to sponsor that thing. Now I go dey put pressure for one guy.
Man, yeah.
Yes, now
Put pressure. Hey, how far this place, that how far now? Calm down. Also, I think if guy man that has money that want to do it, okay, most of the time I don't want to say I'm siding guys. Most of the time those things don't really free guys. Those things don't really free guys.
Girls want to be seen.
They don't want to calm down. So my brother and sister, Don't let your boyfriend put pressure on you. Don't let your girlfriend put pressure on you. Don't let your husband put pressure on you. Don't let your wife put pressure on you. The life na jeje, understanding. You know, take it one day at a time. You know, you should not be pressure about a man's step now, because you don't know how long that man has been working on that thing.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do is to be motivated. Be motivated. Don't be inspired to say, oh wow, this is, if it's the lifestyle you want, you have to work towards it. To not put pressure on anybody. Not be say you don't get money and then you put pressure, say you won't go this place, you won't go that place. No, you need to calm down. You know, and also stop seeing someone as a competition. For me, I think that's the only way I can say this problem can be solved. Because we should never see anyone as a competition.
It's
either you learn from them and you grow from them.
Just leave them alone.
Just leave them alone, no, I beg. And if you know you don't get the money to be in that situation, I beg, forget about it. Don't pressure yourself.
Back face.
Yeah, you squeeze face. Say this one. Like you know, there are people say someone is doing something good. Like let the person enjoy. The day you will enjoy, they come.
Yeah.
That's why I say enjoyment no dey finish. Tomorrow you can see this person doing this one. Maybe by the end of the day, the next time you will do, you even do more.
There's a city in Zambia where there's this place where people hang out. And the name of the place is Life Starts at 40. You know, one place, Life Starts at 40. And it makes me like, it's never too late sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
As long as you're alive, like.
There was a book I read one time. It said most people, their life begin at 40, some begin at 60.
Yeah.
How about you see some 60 years old men, they are traveling, enjoying. You see them, they are physically fit too. More fit than someone that's in his 30s.
Yeah.
Why some people, their life as early as 20s, they have started enjoying their life.
Yeah.
It's good to enjoy your life now. If you have the resources.
Yeah. No, but
if you have the resources, it's good to enjoy.
So most people just have to know. As far you are on should be, as far you know what you are doing, you're working smart and hard towards those goals.
Yeah.
But
not say because say this one, no. Because say that one, you feel pressured. You need to, you're gonna do now. You start to do stupid things.
And so the person you might be even be competing with, the person might be living his life.
Yeah, that person is free. You know, the person they do it thing.
And it's always that other person who's competing with him who feels something in his chest.
Pain. Pain, the big pain, strong pain. So no, we need to stop pressuring ourselves. We need to stop pressuring ourselves. Do the one you can. If you can do small one, you do one. Like what my pastor says. He says 20s are for struggling. 30s are for building. That 20 is for struggling and gathering. You are working, you are gathering everything, you know. Then your 30s
put everything together. Now
you are like you must be building something already. Either a house, a business, something. You must be building something. Relationship, you must be building something. And then your 40s are for enjoyment. You say because that time you already set everything on ground. So now you are in the good space to enjoy yourself. So what does this teach us? It's time for
everything, exactly.
So senior man,
yeah,
what other challenge you want to tell us about? You want to talk about?
I think this challenge is very important. Lack of parental guidance.
Lack of parental
guidance. Because most youths, I feel like if you check the statistics, it depends. Our upbringing really matters.
Yeah.
Our upbringing really matters, and when we are being inducted into adulthood or those youthful age, at least we need that introduction. Because when we have a good parental guidance, we seek or we need to have that rightful introduction to that youthful age. You growing up, you have someone that a mentor, a counselor, or a parent that will tell you that okay, this is what you are going to face
Yes.
This is what you're going to face. But you see, most people that grew up without those things, they tend to like they don't have any clue. They don't have what they are really when they go into inside the world. They don't know what they will encounter.
Yes.
So I think that's a major problem. So when they go there, they don't have any means of how they can relate, how they can conquer, how they can deal with life, how they can maybe commit themselves to some certain things. So I think that's a major one of the major problems. So it's very important we having a guidance. You know, maybe most of us, even though our parents might not be educated, or
let's say be in the position to teach us these things.
Mentorship doesn't mean like my father have to go to school, or there are some training they will give you. Even though your mother doesn't attend a school, there's a training that upbringing, that training, it will give you that guideline that when you are growing up, when you are going into the world, you know that okay, I've seen this, I've been told this, so once I experience such thing, I know that okay, I can relate and I know how to handle that. So I feel like that's one of the major problem. Majority of the youths, majority, if you check, majority of you that we see that are like misbehaving outside the world today, I feel like that upbringing is one of the factors that led to that.
But I like what you say. But I still want to disagree on something. There are some people, even though you give them advice, even though you give them mentorship, then when they hear what
it doesn't mean that
nothing.
It doesn't mean that there are some people that they have the best of everything, but at the end of the day,
nothing. They know they hear what.
Yes.
Anything within their heart, that thing that is in their heart, that's the same thing they will do. I think I
agree with you. I'm saying that the majority of the youths, if we check the majority of the youths, we see that are not really doing well or working in the aspect that youth should be encouraged to. Majority depends. It comes with their upbringing.
So like let me ask you a question. For like a man who's growing up without because some of these problems come without having like a father figure in your life and stuff like that. Because most people who are raised by broken families, they tend to have like a harder life than people who come from like a stable home and stuff like that. So my question to you is that how can somebody who grew up without a father and without like a male figure in his life, how can they avoid being destabilized from their life?
Okay, what I would say is that it doesn't necessarily have to be a father figure. It doesn't have to be necessarily like a father figure. When it comes to, I would say, when it comes to the relationship you have, maybe you have been raised by a mom or you have been raised by any member of the family. It depends on the relationship and the environment. Let me just say that the environment. If those raising you, even though not your father or your mother, those always have some principles they could put in you. So that alone. So when I mean raised by your parents, necessarily it doesn't have to be your father,
like
your mother.
Just like an older person.
Most of my days I didn't spend it with my parents.
Me neither.
So, but that discipline.
You still have it.
It's still there. That's why I said, see, everything finally. I said something about being teachable. There are some people who are not teachable at all. No matter the advice you give them, if they like me, they get 100 mentor. Me, they get 100 mentor. Nothing. They will still learn nothing. So everything just depends on you as an individual. Are you willing to listen to somebody?
Are you willing to learn?
You know, like at some point in my life, let me use myself as a case study. Me, I'm stubborn. In the sense of
very much.
I'm stubborn in the sense of see, you just get me right. I'm stubborn in the sense of there are some advice you want to give me. Yeah. At some stage in my life, I'll feel like I don't need that advice. Anything you want to say it, and then I'm done. You understand? It's like just finish that advice and then finish because I already passed that level. I know that the area you're driving to, that's not my area.
Yeah, I understand you.
Yeah.
I understand you.
So, but I don't think you like necessarily need father figure like what minister was saying about mother figure, father figure, someone that have mother, someone that I don't think those maybe it's a problem.
No, it's a problem. You know I said at a point, even before you have that mentality of knowing that okay, this is what I want. If you give me this advice, should I take it or not? What I mean here is that when you were growing up, that structuring,
that discipline,
because that's where it begins. Even before you developed your mentality of thinking by yourself, like that growing up, that structuring, that you just know that okay, if I wake up today, they say I should do this thing. You know that okay. Then when you get to that stage of you having that your own mentality to do your own thing, you know that okay, I'm being disciplined.
True.
But most of people, you find that you can go to, if you go many places, you see that most of the people, even when they are young, their guardian or their mentorship or their parents don't even care. When you wake up, find your way and just go. That's where
nobody cares if you sweep the house.
Yeah.
Nobody cares if you wash the plates.
It starts.
Do the dishes. You do anything. It's like the time man was young, you cannot just wake up. You cannot just wake up from my parents' house say,
hey,
you wake up in the morning.
You only know your duty.
You wake up in the morning. You are just on your phone.
Loitering.
You are just doing nothing.
Even if you sleep too long, the time
wake up. My mom go tell you say, see man no dey sleep for long time. Man cannot sleep for long time.
What if you enter the house? You're sleeping.
my mom go tell you say man, as a man you cannot sleep for long time. You cannot. You need to be alert. You need to be awake. You need to know what's going on. Now even now I can sleep the way I want because I already know what I'm doing in life. You know. But also it's still part of me to say okay, this time is the resting time.
Yes.
This time is the time say no sleeping no. So now it's time for focus.
That structuring of growing up is
like
it's when we were growing up now we're disciplined. But now at my age now I can misbehave how I want. I can do whatever what they will say that we've trained you to the stage that you have your own sense. So whatever
now secure of yourself.
Yeah, you understand.
It's the same like even with me, like you never hear my parents phone me up and down say what are you doing, what's going on, whatever. Because I already know that okay, this person is raised, he's at a place where he can
and we know we did well.
We know we did a good job.
Because some points out by my mom will get a report from someone and she just laugh. They say you're talking about Julius this season. So I didn't know to say okay, if you know Julius was doing this, but he knows what he's doing, you know?
Yeah, he knows that okay, at some point it's not like doing it every time, something like that. No, but finally, even though you don't get father figure, mother figure, anything figure,
spiritual figure,
is very important for your own self. See, you have to know what you are doing. You have to know what you are doing. You have to know what you are doing. Because sometimes I even saw something on Facebook. The guy was saying women teach their like single women, like they teach their son how to be adults, or let's use it in general, like women teach their kids, no, they teach their boys how to be adults, while they teach their girls how to be women. He said, but men teach their male child how to be a man, while they teach their daughters how to be a lady. Like it's a lot different. The teaching is a lot different. It's a lot different.
No, that's true. Because if you see how, like, I'll give you an example of me and my family. How my father raised me is very different from how he raised my sisters. Like my sister can call my father today and say, I don't have sugar in the house. That man immediately
he will make something happen.
I'll call my father and say, Maybe I need a shoe or something. Okay. When I was your age, I used to walk to school. What, But my sisters will never ever go through that. So I feel like at some point I appreciate that because it makes me able to like adapt to life,
Yeah.
Even when things aren't going my way, I'm able to like make a plan here and there, adjust myself,
I think men will always encourage their kids to say things will not always go your way. You have to fight for it. You have to go after it. You have to go after it. Why for them they will encourage their daughters that, see, you being a lady, you have to strive, get someone on your own, and also you need someone that will care for you because they care for their partner or something like that.
This is why a father will always pay attention to who marries his daughter.
Yeah, more than he even pay attention more than when the boy is getting married.
Yeah, when the boy is married, they won't ask too many questions. But for who's going to take his daughter's house, he makes sure it's somebody who's like
who's
responsible, can do what he's been doing this whole time.
Yeah. So and by the end of the day, there are people who go through those training, they don't still get sense. It's the truth.
Sometimes you get to a stage where they take their own self decision.
But
they think that
see,
there's only so much you can teach someone. At the end of the day, it's up to them, that person, to say,
so you just
will I take this advice or not?
Me now, for the life I'm living
but
now,
I just
give you my advice. I close my mouth.
There's no sensible human being that wouldn't want good for himself or herself. I know, like I'm from my own perspective. Like the way we are living our life, there's no nobody that will come and say okay, let me go this way, and you know that way is very very bad or very.
Some people want to try the way.
No, the problem with people is maybe they think what you're telling them is not as good as what they think themselves. They think what they're doing themselves is good also. Right. They won't see to say, okay, what I'm doing is bad. They just say, okay, who are you? What do you know that I don't know? Right. So why should you be giving advice of the same life?
And maybe before they realize they have gone too deep.
Exactly. Once they realize, say, oh, okay, what this man was saying is true, it's too late by then.
Yeah. It's like that time they already go astray.
Yeah.
So now nothing to do. Man will try to figure out the way. No, but honestly, it's just you as an individual. Even though you are stubborn, like me, I'm stubborn. That is sure. The way I'm living my life now, I'm stubborn. Like there are some, like for me now, there are some advice I will take. There are some advice I will not take. And I think it applies to every one of us. The way we have grown.
You don't have to take all advice.
Yeah, there are some things you know. Okay, this one I don't normally do them, so this advice is not for me. Okay, this one I don't normally like. It's like this is not my life, so if you are just saying those kind of things, I'll just be like, yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. But I will always take the ones I know. Okay, maybe I do them. Okay, now it's time to change. It's time for me to change.
Yeah.
Or it's time for me to improve myself. Or it's time for me to grow. So finally, I just brain work. Last, now brain work. Are you willing to put your brain in it? Because you might have mentor, and they still don't listen to your mentor. You might have people who talk to you, and they still don't listen to them. You don't learn from them. And that's why I honestly always deliberate on being teachable. You have to be teachable. You have to be teachable. No matter the matter, just put yourself in the situation whereby you can learn, you can grow. You can learn fresh things. We go make your brain go well. We go make you get sense. So now, I have one drastic question. So, let's say, More leave the question. Yeah, but for me now, when you talk about this guidance thing, the parental guidance thing, it comes with a lot. So,
do you want to ask your question or should I ask your question?
Oh, go ahead. You can ask the question.
There's some of those people. I've noticed there's some people who get raised by questionable guardians. No offense, whereby like even those people who are raising you, like maybe your father is a drunkard, doesn't provide for you, and normally some of those people they end up being responsible in life. So what's the difference between those people and those other people who are coming from a good family and they choose to just waste their own life?
Now just a human being, that person don't get sense. It's the truth. Or that person gets sense. The person want to put it to work.
Yeah.
It's the truth, it's the fact. No. It's the truth. Because okay now, so you said someone who is in a broken home, father a drunkard, mother just there home. But then you see that person, the kids get sense. But then you see someone who's like
good family,
sweet family, but then the person still not get sense. So how?
They fell into the wrong hands. they fell. Yeah. It happens.
I think it comes with the association of that particular person. Because there are some people who grow up to say, they say to themselves, they don't blame their parents for nothing. Whatever way their parents has lived their life, they don't take it upon themselves.
Yeah.
They take it that okay, this is my parents' life,
but I
am
have
going
to
to do better for my life because of what they have seen. See many of these movies we watch, whereby you see that okay, this guy come from very broken home, father goes to jail, and or the father they do all kind of stuff for money, and then you see by the end of the day, the kids become more successful because they don't want to live
the same life. Yeah.
They will tell themselves, they will encourage themselves to say, see, even though my parents live this way,
I don't want this for
myself.
Yeah.
So it's the same way. Now those kind of people, they are not easily swayed by outsiders. They don't experience or they don't go through peer pressure.
Yeah.
So they are quick to
they already live in pain, so they know
the consequences of
if I live in this part,
it's the same. Yeah, it's the same for living in future. Just go through the same thing.
So they need to make a change. They need to grow. But now see that other last man, he just did there. They say okay. And if you carry that kind of person, that's okay. Let them make a change. Okay, now you, since you want to be broken, go to this broken home. He cannot even survive.
Yeah.
How can he survive?
He cannot survive.
Yeah.
He cannot survive. You see that person now. That person want to change. That person go say, hey, this situation. Imagine I say the father are drunkard. This other one, the mother now, they do whatever she likes, and then now you having the same character. Even you go advise yourself.
Yeah.
Due to you tell yourself so more. No.
Most people coming from like a well-to-do family doesn't necessarily mean that they will be good. Just connect with the situation they have with the parents.
Yeah.
Someone might be coming from a good home, a well-to-do home, but the parents don't even advise them. Like that time of sitting down, having that
the father is busy with work, the mother is busy with work.
Yeah. So I think those are
for me, even though you are busy with work, even though your papa busy with work, your mama busy with work, most important thing na say check yourself.
At some point you only have yourself to blame. You can't necessarily blame everybody else around you.
You go blame
for the rest of your life.
Your father, blame your mother, say you are the cause. You have nobody to blame. This is us living our life. Whatever thing we do,
face the consequences. Yeah.
So
all the decisions we make in the end of the day,
good or bad, everything now is on us, because we have passed that stage of whereby your parents will come and whoop your ass to say, okay, come, man, spank your dash. No, don't pass that stage. Now, if you are doing anything bad or anything good, the only thing they will say is they will only talk, and they will tell you. So everything finally are just human being. What do you want for yourself?
What do you want from life?
Yes, what do you want?
What's your end goal?
What do you want for life? What's your end goal? Do you think you are driving in the right path?
Because at some point, where they're coming from, they've done their part.
Of course.
They cannot always be there to supervise you, say, oh, go here, do this. At some point, just take responsibility for your life. And like,
it's just how they say. It's just how they say. Because you come from a poor family, it doesn't mean that you will remain poor.
The moment you became a youth, that's when you take responsibility of yourself.
Yeah. Or because you come from a poor family, means like, oh, you are poor your life. No, now you can make the change.
Like you say, because I came from a poor family doesn't mean a poor family should come from me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now you think
there's wisdom.
you think my kids will be giving everything they will. No.
You have to move yourself.
Like it's the same thing. I don't know, but it's the same thing which my father always tells me to say. What you complain about is what I was wishing for. Like you haven't gone through what I went through. Yeah. So for me, my job is to make your life. If you know, I won't make your life perfect, but it should be easier than what it was for me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Because he knows what.
So him at some point he's done his part. Yeah. So now I shouldn't be here, so I should always blame him or not take responsibility for my life. You know, at some point I should like stand up and be a man. Okay, this is the life I want to live. I should make myself do it.
It's easy to be man, or
yes, Chico.
It's a man.
It's not easy to be man.
The word itself.
Especially man. No. As a man, there's no way you should mess up. As a man that you are, or as a man that you want to be, there's no way you should mess up. You know, you should always, you know.
So at the end of the day, we all have to be take accountability of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, being teachable. For me, that teachable, it's one of the big things, because there are some people they want to teach you, but
you don't want to learn.
or for them they don't want to learn. So it's just very important. You know, it doesn't matter if you have someone or you don't have someone. Even as I'm here now, I was telling someone, I said, in the way I want to go now, I think I need mentors. Like I need a mentor. Because for now,
to take it to the next level.
Yeah, like I want to go to the next level. So now it's like I'm ready for growth. Imagine now for years I've not thought about that thing.
But now it's just a stage, right?
Now I tell myself like,
you've brought yourself so far.
I tell myself, say no. The way I'm going now, I need a mentor in this area. Either business or like, and at least I need a mentor or something. I need a mentor to say, okay, take me on this path, you know, show me on this path. Because by the end of the day, we need somebody.
Definitely.
Somebody needs somebody, oh my brother. Somebody needs somebody. So growth is one thing.
You had the question to ask us earlier, but you changed your mind.
Yeah, no, I changed my mind.
The question is too big.
I changed my mind. So, what are some motivation before we go to our game today? What are some motivation that you guys could put out there? Because you guys have shared your story, you know, about being encouraged by parents, the people around. You know, for me personally, my own encouragement I would give. It's about, apart from my parents encourage me, because I will not be with my parents, or I'm not with my parents every time. Imagine now I'm here in Malaysia now, I'm not with my parents, right? So the only encouragement I give to myself, or the only encouragement I can give, I would say the surrounding. You need to surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah.
You know, there's no way you are negative minded, and then if you have positive people around you, that you will not change.
Yeah.
That's facts. No matter how you are not willing to change, there's one person that will push you to the wall to say, today you must change. That's why the people around you really matters a lot.
Yeah.
Are these people around you encouraging you? Are they going forward? You know, so we need to always have those set of persons in our life. For me, that's the only encouragement, because our parents, we cannot always seek advice from them.
Yeah.
And if you say no for us to get a mentor, we should get a mentor, depending on the area you're working at or the area you want in your life, because that mentor is the one that can guide you or that can teach you, because that person has gone through that area. If it's of business, if it's of just knowledge, mentorship comes in different sizes, in different areas, in different spec. Not only say you want mama spec, no, sometimes you need spec for your mentorship also. For your mentor. So you need to, and also be teachable, being able to learn new things. For me, that's the advice I can give. And don't see this man, he do this thing now. You don't know how long that person has been working and working. Maybe that person has been planning that thing for a long time, but then just because he has done it, and then you feel like, oh, this one, that one, this one, nah, it's mess up. So we always have to calm down, relax, take am jeje. So what about you guys? What advice can you give?
Man.
Okay, for me, I would say the others I want to give that despite we being nurtured by our parents, there comes a time the instance will become a youth. That's where the way the world is structured, that's where we tend to carry our own cross, like they say. So I would say it's very vital we all discover ourselves before anything else. You've got to have that mentality of asking yourself, this is what I want for myself. Because without that, no matter, there's no amount of lecturing or advice that will be rendered to you that you can be able to put into work. So discovering yourself, knowing what you want is very vital. So that's my own advice I have for you guys.
Minister.
For me, I feel like the most important thing is to be responsible for our actions.
Accountability. Take account.
Like no matter what happens in life, like just if you have to blame for that, in fact always there's a decision you made which has brought you to be where you are in that instance, So just be accountable for whatever you find yourself in. Instead of blaming people for the position you find yourself in, it's better to learn from yourself to say, okay, what did I do that brought me here? Which steps did I take which brought me here? And they say acceptance is the key to learning. Even if you fail a test, if you blame to say the teacher didn't teach you, the next time you get a test again, you will fail the same test again. But if you ask yourself, say, okay, why did I fail this test? It's because I didn't study. Next time you will study and then you pass the test. So if you take responsibility for what goes on in your life, you tend to grow from that. So I feel like we should all be accountable and responsible for whatever happens in our life and not blame the next person for what's going on in our lives.
You guys really drove some powerful lines. Okay, now thank you all so much for taking time to participate with us. We love to motivate and educate ourselves. And please, if you're watching from anywhere, if you would like to be on our show, on our podcast, just send us a DM. Also comment in the comment section so that we can bring you on, and then we can find a way. Anywhere you are in the world, we just find a way to connect with you, so that we can come together. And also want to hear from you, want to hear your ideas, want to hear your brain, most importantly, because that's what this show is all about. We are more into educating people and motivating ourselves. So I'm really happy for my brothers here to talk on these issues. So now we're going on to our game time. This is our first game actually. So okay, let me give you the rules of the game. The game is going to be more like a question and answer. So you just have to answer them honestly, because this is Honest Mind Honest Mind podcast. So you need to answer them honestly. Okay. Don't go through the corners. Say it as it is. Yeah, say it as it is.
I think we have to sign an NDA. We have to sign. Chico.
Okay. No, it's just small. It's just small.
Okay.
Small game.
Let's have it.
Okay.
Let's have it.
Question number 1 in the game. Okay, let me.
Minister has been traveling since, so I think you have to ask him.
Okay, but at least
give him a welcome question.
Okay, a welcome question. Okay. Minister, would you? Okay, the game title is called Cheaters.
Okay, so I am ready.
The game title is called Cheaters.
Okay.
This is the game title.
Yeah.
If you like, we know.
No, an honest mind.
Yeah. You have to be honest. It's called Cheaters. So I'm going to be asking at least maybe 2 questions or 3 questions.
No problem.
Okay. So make it 4.
You like these things? Okay. Question number 1. Okay. Question number 1. Would you rather be a side guy or a main guy? Let me direct you to.
Can I elaborate on my answer?
Okay, yeah. Okay. Just say something.
I would rather be a side guy to a cheater, right?
Yeah.
Than a main guy to a cheater.
I did not talk about.
No. You say that. You ask me a question, I'll answer your question. The question ended. Let me answer your question.
Why?
If the girl is a cheater, I'd rather be a side guy than the main guy, because the main guy looks stupid.
You're taking the heat.
Yeah, I'm taking the heat. Like,
is it the main guy that's stupid?
Yeah, if the girl is cheating, obviously, what's the essence of being loyal to her? So if the girl is a cheater, I'd rather be a side guy than the main guy.
The main guy is available.
Yeah, I'm there. And there's no stress, because all the stress will go to that man. So that's your strictly for enjoyment. That's for enjoyment.
At least 2 of you name 5 benefits. Okay, what about you? Okay. I need to ask you also, is the game
Decent question.
Yeah. Would you rather be the main guy or the side
guy? Just call me when the main is not available. I'm the main.
What if you like the person, or what if you like the person, you still want to remain?
There's no way I would like that kind of person. I know he's a cheater.
But okay, you don't know. Okay, let's say you don't know if the person is cheating or not.
If I don't know now, I will know now. For me, I will know. I will definitely know, because I know that I'm. If I'm to someone, I know my place.
Let's since you already know, let's teach someone out there, maybe who don't know, like me, I don't know.
Okay.
So let's say somebody that don't know that they are made or the side. So how can they determine to be in that role, or how can they say, okay, let me be the main or let me be the side? What are the signs they should look out for? What are the red flags they should look at?
The movement. The movement. From the movement you can tell.
There are some certain things that don't need to be taught.
What are the signs? Because not everybody knows. Okay, let's say me, I don't know actually. Why are you looking at me? I don't know.
Okay, me, I'm into someone right now. I'm into someone that we were spending time together. They are like, just say movements.
What kind of movement? What are the signs?
Okay,
you guys talking about signs.
If a girl should be my number one right now, or my main chick right now, definitely. Which means even though it's not good, I can handle her phone. But definitely, I promise you one thing.
Man is toxic.
No, it's not. Why? I can take my girl's phone to do whatever I want.
Why?
That doesn't mean I'm invading her privacy. No.
Why? Okay, what if she takes your phone?
He said,
what if she takes your phone?
If I'm just someone, I'm the main guy. She has the right to go through my phone, because I'm the main guy. But I'll tell you, for a cheater, for you to know that you are dating a cheater, just try to attempt to get their phone. They will never. So
that means that you're saying it being a guy or a girl?
Being a guy.
Okay, a guy to a girl.
Yeah, being a guy to a girl.
Okay, so
the girl will never.
So automatically, you don't want to be the main guy.
No. In the aspect of a cheater,
let me give another red flag.
This guy is serious.
It's a another red flag.
Check what he saves your name.
Whoa, your name.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means you talk about her being insecure about you getting a phone. So that's one flag.
Yes.
And then her cell phone, your name stored. Okay. You.
Another red flag. A girl who is always suspicious about you. Like she's always accusing you of even if not giving her a reason to accuse you of something, but she's just always accusing you of, oh, why are you doing this? Who's texting you? What's going on? Because normally, for me, if I'm cheating on you, because I see how I'm moving, so I'm always asking myself, if I can do this, what is she doing? So I always blame it, say, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you moving like this? Because me myself, I already know to say, oh, I'm moving like
this. You already know the game.
I already know the game, and I already know how to play. So that's self-guilt.
Very bad boy. But that is actually a little bit
so that self-guilt within me will always make me to what do you call it? There's a word that's going to always like impose it on you.
Like, okay, this is what
to always project
insecurity.
And insecurity because I always project on it. So if I'm doing this, maybe you're also doing the same thing. If the phone was no, my phone does because when my phone goes I know say
okay.
So you know what the phone doing like? So that whole insecurity in myself will make me like.
Wait, I don't know about Snapchat sound or what?
If it's WhatsApp, it's Instagram.
I think for guys, Snapchat sound is the most like when they hear Snapchat sound from the girl's phone. It's like, what's going on there?
Right?
Okay. So, now, let's go to the other question in this game. So the game title still remain cheater. Okay. You guys will talk about this. Okay, the other question is that, ladies, this question are for you. Okay, what are the signs when a lady goes to a guy's house? What are the signs, or what area of the house, or what are the things in that house that can make the girl determine that this guy is a bad guy? Let me go with the question again. What are the things that a girl should look out for to say this boy is a bad boy?
Very bad boy.
So now let's help the ladies, because we cannot always help ourselves. So now let's help the ladies. What are some signs, or what are some things? What can you see in the house to say, hey, if this man have this thing, that means I'm not the only one?
Okay, you start first. Give us one answer.
I'm the owner of the game. I run the game. I cannot give you answer.
There are many things, so
name them. At least let's help the ladies. We cannot always help the guys. They do this or the guy do it. No. Let's help the ladies. Me, I'm not partial. I need to support both sides. I'm in the middle. Oh yeah, one. At least one. What she should look out for to say, hey, if she see this thing, she should not say, hey, this is a slaughterhouse.
I'll give you the most obvious one. A box of condoms. If a man who says he's not doing anything has a box of condoms, why do a box of condoms and not doing anything?
Okay, one.
Number one.
Number two.
I would say, I'll go the set of toiletries.
Okay.
Set of toiletries.
You might get too much. Okay.
Then
maybe you get funny washes there, like you don't understand. Funny air wash. this one wash, everything wash.
You check for the housewares, like the slippers that's inside the housewares. Because definitely a guy is determined to have like 2 or 1. So if it's more than that, for the house,
they have a lot of slides.
No one for house, you have a lot of slides. That one is for outside.
Within the house.
For indoor outside. Yes.
Okay, no, if you get have one special one.
Yes. Once one or 2 or 3, you know that okay, this for visitor. Visitors, thank you.
Visitors with S. Okay. You check the.
I think we don't have to expose everything.
No, we are helping the ladies. We cannot just. Okay, what is it for you now? For talking about checking the girls' phone, blah blah blah. You were so confident. Not
I feel like we should also check the guys' closet, because usually if there's somebody who's been familiar to that house, they always leave like something in the closet. It could be a shirt here, and maybe the guy didn't notice.
Yes.
So if the girl goes through the closet,
No, if the guy is a player, the guy would notice.
no,
But
they notice the main things. But if the
there's some
girl
players,
is maybe leave like
there's some players who are very cautious now. When they see this that one, they come.
Immediately you leave, they will like
Move everything.
your house.
They move everything.
maybe it's like, no, I think I'm an amateur, so
But
maybe
Some of them they do this intentional when they
they leave something.
they will leave something.
Senior man.
They will leave something.
Senior man, you mad though.
Their airbrush, they will leave it there,
A nail.
or their nail, or they will intentionally comb their hair inside your bedroom. Instead of the bathroom, they will do their hair inside your bedroom so that
That means
some molecules or particles of the air.
as they say, you men are meant for action. No, that means when one go another one, you guys make sure you clean everything.
We are learned, we study, we read.
Guys, we should read. Okay, let's move on. Okay, one more.
Give us one.
The blue lights. When he has disco light, run, my sister, run. Slaughterhouse. When he has disco light, when he has
changes.
light, you see many colors.
But sometimes it's just the ambience. Yeah, you have to relax. On the red. No, it's the red one.
The red one.
Slaughter.
How do you know? Red for danger. Right?
Yeah.
Wow. So please, watch out for the lights, okay? Watch out for the lights. Those lights, they get this light. They get that blue light. See this one. I beg. Ladies, watch out. And let me give another one again since they want me to answer. Imagine my own game, I'm answering the question. If the guy lives in the room or he asks you to come to the room,
And then
normal study table that we sit
Directly to the bed.
normal study table that everybody has in their room. Normal. It's like I've never seen anybody that has study table in the living room.
Yeah.
It has to be in the room. You just go there.
Yeah.
If you doesn't have that thing, my sister,
That man's a killer.
tell her say you're not comfortable. Come down.
house.
Come down there. Where the chairs, please. Don't sit there.
I have another one.
Which other one?
If you are sitting with your guy, right, and he's with his friends, when they start leaving one by one, one leaves, one
Run!
even if Stefano X is only one to do this and do that.
But they already run. Please run.
Watch out.
Watch out. Something is not right. So unless you know that okay, maybe you guys.
If you don't do things, yeah.
But you know, you just have to look out. Okay. So yeah. Ow. So please watch out, ladies. Don't fall for these tricks. What should I want to do? Okay, we'll talk about this side. Okay, we are done. Game finished. Game finished. All right. Thank you so much for participating. We look forward to bringing more videos to you guys. And thank you so much, Minister. Thank you today for showing up. The senior man. The senior man. Always some wisdom for us. Yeah, so we have come to the end of our show. We look forward to bringing you more videos pretty much soon. So stay tuned. Give us like, comment, turn on that notification button so that when we drop our banger, you can always see them. So look forward to have you guys, and like I said earlier, please, if you want to be on our show, if you have anything of interest you want us to talk about, please write it to the comment section or send us a direct DM if you want us to be able to communicate with you, talk to you, or we go live together or something. Please comment so that we can all do this, because we cannot do it without you guys. When you guys are participating with us, when you guys are moving with us, then that's what actually makes Honest Mind, because we are honest in our mind, we are honest in the words we say. We bring light to the world. That one enter.
Yes, sir.
Light to the world. All right, see you guys soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.